welcome back to Chronic Corner. This episode is all about depression and chronic illness. Now, it is incredibly common to experience depression after experiencing symptoms of dysautonomia, let alone any chronic illness. Just like anxiety, about 30% of people with dysautonomia end up developing depression, and one of the major kinds is situational depression. This comes from grieving our old selves and our old lives. It's incredibly difficult not to focus on what could be or what could have been. I find myself occasionally thinking, where would my life be if I didn't start having dysautonomia about 10 years ago? And it's really difficult not to be in that mindset, not to think about all the things that you used to be able to do, but to focus on what you can do now. The other one is medically induced depression. A lot of medications can cause depression and anxiety with side effects, so it's really important to be aware of those. Now, when dealing with depression, it's really important that you are aware of your depression state and are working towards getting better. I know that is much easier said than done, especially when you're dealing with all kinds of symptoms and not knowing how you're going to feel minute to minute. There's a few things that can help manage your symptoms. The first one is definitely to try to manage your dysautonomia symptoms. So when your symptoms are better, for myself personally, I've noticed that my depression is better. Of course, that's because you're not feeling sick all the time and because you can do more and you're not stuck at home. Meds are often prescribed to help with depression. Exercise, again, that's not easy when we have dysautonomia. All of these are almost the same as the anxiety tips. However, they apply to both. Therapy, it's really important that you talk to someone, especially if you're having suicidal thoughts. It's really important. We'll put the suicide hotline link below and the phone number to call if you are. Diet is often recommended to be changed for depression, and support. Letting people know how you're feeling is really important. I think a lot of the time we're embarrassed by it and we just don't even want to acknowledge that we're having these feelings and that we are depressed, but it's really important to let people know so that they can help you. So really quickly too, I want to go over the main symptoms of depression for you to look out for too. So the top ones are difficulty sleeping and changes in your sleep activity, inability to enjoy activities that you used to enjoy, meaning if you used to find happiness doing certain things like painting or even writing, and now you aren't enjoying those things as much, that could be a sign. Agitation or extreme lethargy. Fatigue is very common with depression, and it's hard to tell kind of what is fatigue from depression versus from your chronic illness, but that's really important to keep an eye on. Feeling worthless or self-hatred. It's really important to remind yourself all the things you love about yourself, not be too hard on yourself. I struggle with this all the time. But just to stay positive, it's so much easier said than done, I know. Extreme guilt, suicidal thoughts, extreme weight loss or weight gain. Of course, this is so difficult. I mean, how can you not be hard on yourself if you're losing a ton of weight or gaining a ton of weight? That's always difficult. And increased irritability, especially in children. Now, personally, it's hard to stay positive when you're dealing with all these symptoms, but it's really important. Like, I try to count, in my mind, I have a list of all the things that are positive in my life and that I'm thankful for, so that when I am starting to feel down and can see it coming that I am getting a little depressed, I can focus on the good things instead of the bad, and I have found that that helps me. So I hope some of these tips help you. For more information, visit Dinet.org. Again, we have some great resources for depression. And please, if you are suicidal or having suicidal thoughts, it is very important that you talk to someone and that you call the hotline below. Thank you so much.